And this is for Omuchan Trobebre. Every day, Obie Tra Omucha. And Rana Jo, somebody in Amo, Omodi Dumso Levy Aba. Dumso Levy. Dumso Levy. So first, almost E-Levy. Nayedi Aba. Omobeyi E-Levy, no Omobeyi. And then Omodi Dumso Levy Aba.
That's all. One cities. All of us should contribute 1 cities. Just 1 city per, so that we can end doom so. 1 city. Each of us, when we buy fuel, 1 liter. The prices are going down. 1 city.
The recent appreciation in the value of the cedi is one that we have kept watching as the cedi started to strengthen and the dollar depreciated. With our A-level economics, we all know that it's a balance between imports and exports. What it means is that it makes your imports cheaper and your exports more expensive. And so there must be a fair...
Gongongu TV Suni, Brena Sanson, and the Sabrina Ghana, Neuru Putoprono, and ye E-Levy Fruama, D-Levy Hons, and Salmon Sabria Shore, and T Sabri Dumso, and ye Adsense, or may you come as a co as and coy a concoho, about Yay and Sheshaye, Ama Sabri, 1 cedi Uto Petru, Lita Bakubia, Bitua 1 cedi Ewoso, and no, and a Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Kaneman Penabe, dear Chase. We dear Kotobe Kumapa, a bropa ni dream, and a fish to a trossem and a ban with dear dada Ghana for Samoha, ye de eba amount. And so, Mampany John Dramani Mahama was a papa so pang maso in the more de ni yim and na or penwo. A ban of dollar ni cedi once and some more. There is so big $1 and woman and Yana Fana Fana for my so much as a happy better money belly and MP party, vigilance and a office, a cranium, Madame Free, and a finance minister, Parliament, and sending in Ania Bondobuan and Samaudubia, yet is him at the amount. Subscribe, share, like, and a commenter, a Congo TV so.
And this is for Omuchan Trobebre. Every day, Obie Tra Omucha. And Rana Jo, somebody in Amo, Omodi Dumso Levy Aba. Dumso Levy. Dumso Levy. So first, almost E-Levy. Nayedi Aba. Omobeyi E-Levy, no Omobeyi. And then Omodi Dumso Levy Aba. It is 8 times the E-Levy. Omo Suswan yo. And then uto 1 liter of petrol, 1 cedi no betia. Uto 1,000 cedis of petrol, ubetia 83 cedis. 83 cedis as tax. E-Levy no usende obi 1,000 momwa ubetia 10 cedis. Omo and then ubetia 4,000 ubetia 83 cedis for fuel. We nimina more beba. By the time you be do 2028 no Ghana nyina be hu say omutwa antro bebre mimi gidi say omube kan kire
recognizes growing energy sector liabilities as the greatest existential threat to fiscal consolidation and macroeconomic stability. Our energy sector carries a debt burden of over $3.1 billion with an estimated $1.8 billion fuel procurements for uninterrupted thermal power generation in the coming months. If left unaddressed, this situation significantly threatens national productivity and industrial growth. While we have devised a strategy to liquidate this debt and staunch the bleeding in the power sector, we must take advantage of recent gains created by appreciation in the value of our currency to accelerate the solution to our energy sector challenges. In line with the dialogue's recommendation to boldly tackle the crisis in the energy sector, yesterday approved an amendment to the Energy Sector Levies Act and the Certificate of Urgency, introducing a 1 cedi, Ghana cedi, increase in the energy sector recovery levy. This decision, though difficult, is necessary and justifiable. The additional revenue projected is 5.7 billion cedis annually. This revenue will be strictly ring-fenced to pay down legacy energy dual purchase and avert the risk of recurring power shortages. Funds from this levy will not be subject to the hazards of the consolidated fund. And the minister is here. I know when money falls into the consolidated fund, it faces certain hazards. It will not be subject to the hazards of the be regularly audited and audit reports made public to ensure its transparent use. While initially much of this revenue will go into the purchase of fuel to ensure stable supply of electricity, with the ongoing developments in the upstream sector, we expect to receive more gas from our E&I Sankofa and Jubilee and 10.
The recent appreciation in the value of the cedi is one that we have kept watching as the cedi started to strengthen and the dollar depreciated. With our A-level economics, we all know that it's a balance between imports and exports. What it means is that it makes your imports cheaper and your exports more expensive. And so there must be a fair balance to try and achieve the true value of the cedi. Some people say, oh, it will come down to 4. But of course, we know the true value of the cedi is not 4. And if it went as far down as 4, it will kill all your export businesses. And so myself, the governor, and the finance minister met and discussed it. And they think that the real value of the cedi is anywhere between 10 and 12. Luckily, the Forex auction has brought it to just above 10, and it appears to have stabilized there. So I think that going forward, anything between 10, 11, and 12 as a band where the cedi operates will be a fair value, both to encourage our exports, but at the same time not make imports so cheap that importers will flood our markets with toothpicks and, biscuits and coconut and all those kinds of things. And so it's a challenge to our exporters to take advantage of the cedi's appreciation, because then the advantage you also have is raw materials can be cheaper. Fuel has gone down, so transporting your products and all that will be cheaper. Port charges will go down. And so it has incentives for you. And at the same time, it has incentives for importers. But I'm asking the importers not to take advantage of it and flood us with all the, Nkatia burger and things that they bring from other countries. Let's try on the import side to import substitutes and produce as many of the products that we bring from outside. Let's produce them here. And at the same time, let's produce more products that people demand outside so that we have a better balance in terms of our economic growth. One of the major problems that was affecting our fight against corruption was political interference. The anti-corruption agencies were not allowed to do their duty without being interfered with by the political elite. And there was a clear case in point when the special prosecutor came and said that the president had called him and asked him to stop a certain investigation, and the Minister of Finance had gone to his house to try to influence him to stop the investigation into the Agyeta, we call it the Agyeta deal. And so clearly, in the past there was an effort to interfere with the fight against corruption and restrain some of the anti-corruption agencies from doing their work. I have told the public and assured my Attorney General and Minister of Justice that I'm not going to interfere in their work, and that if the anti-corruption agencies go after anybody, I'm not going to try and influence them to drop any investigation against anybody, both for those who served in the previous regime, many cases of which we are currently investigating. We set up the oral committee. It identified 33 cases, and it was handed over to the Attorney General, and he's created special investigative teams to investigate each of them. Some of them, they have found a lot of evidence of, procurement of properties, with illicit wealth and all that. And so with many of them, they're just at the point of beginning prosecutions. Some, they have started the prosecutions, and others are being lined up for prosecution. And so we're continuing that fight, but we still have quite some work to do.
To help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector, the government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel, and related products. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. The Speaker, I repeat, the impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. And this will mean that consumers will not have to pay extra for the price of petrol and diesel beginning today. Right, Honorable Speaker, our simulations suggest that there will be no increase in the export price of petrol and diesel in the next window beginning today if the levy is imposed. This is because of a strong Ghana cedi. Right, Honorable Speaker, the levy will serve as a dedicated source of funding to the power sector, and the proceeds will be earmarked for the procurement of essential fuel for power generation. The Speaker, this will ensure that Ghana enjoys stable electricity. What is before us is the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill, and basically it is saying that Ghanaians should give one Ghana cedi each when they buy a liter of fuel, so that we can end doom so. That's all. One cedis. All of us should contribute 1 cedis. Just 1 cedi per, so that we can end doom so. 1 cedi. Each of us, when we buy fuel, 1 liter.
The prices are going down.
1 cedi. And Mr. Speaker, it is not e-levy.
Right to formally petition your outfit or your office over the continual failure to provide the adequate security required by the Electoral Commission in order to collect and declare the parliamentary results of the Agyeta North constituency following the 2024 general elections. And I'll proceed to give a bit of a background. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's democratic journey, built over 3 decades of constitutional rule, has been defined by peaceful transitions and credible elections. The 2024 general elections were affirmed by both domestic and international observers, including the European Union Election Expert Mission, as largely credible and reflective of Ghana's democratic commitments. Yet, the Agyeta North constituency stands out as a shocking exception. Ladies and gentlemen, since December 2024, the parliamentary results have not been declared, thereby denying the people of Agyeta North their right to representation under the 1992 Constitution. This is without precedent in the foreign republic, constitute a serious blot on our democratic record. Under Ghana's electoral framework, the Election Security Task Force on behalf of the minority, soon to be majority leader, and the entire caucus, present this petition to me to be handed over to the respected Inspector General. And we have confidence in the police outfits that, as allowed by law, you will do the needful. For and behalf of the entire minority caucus, I hand over this petition to you to be given to the Inspector General of Police.
Let me take the with an empty brown. Let me contribute the leadership that came to you today. The chief whip who presented the petition. I can't hear a word. Deputy. Where is Jerry? He's not giving anything. And the speaker. Thank you. Where's Jerry? Where's Jerry? He's on the phone. Thank you.
Police headquarters to present the
help us to resist oppressors with power and might forevermore. Help us to resist oppressors with power and might forevermore.
We are petitioning them to tell them that
help us to resist oppressors
because the good people of Africa are not
Okay,
President.
No size.
I was 7 Panama, I was yes.
hello. Chicago Bush. Who can start on wrong?
Never.